Welcome back to Rooftop Rumble Season 2, Episode 3. No, 4, my mistake. Episode 4. I don't remember what the fuck I did in this episode. I'm sure I'll find out once the video keeps going, right? That's the idea. Anyway, it's the same two people again. There's nothing wrong with that. I know Drummer loves partaking in this, and Steez wanted to give his first run at the harassment.
Hello,
so I said, okay, sure, why the fuck not?
How can I help you?
He was in the last two videos. Last two, three double R videos, so...
ready for you at our nearest airfield.
But it's the first time being a part of the Rooftop Rumble harassment, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Oh yeah, now I remember what I did. I called a cargo bob for something. Oops, I think I almost hit her. Oopsies. Anyway. I don't know how the fuck we lost all our lives already, but... Anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, I got a cargo bob, and I think what I did was, I think I did the same thing I did in the last video. It was where I get a cargo bob, pick up the car, and blah 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 blah, right? I think I put it on the train again. I don't remember what the hell I did. What really sucks though right now is there's really nothing to work with. Right? I mean, all the shit you bought on PS3 carries over, if you did the transfer, right? So yeah, essentially you get to work with those goodies, but what do you really do? I mean... The cargo bob gives you some options right there, but aside from that, what the hell else can you do? I mean, what, you gonna get a monster truck? I mean, come on, that's not gonna do you anything. And part of the other thing, too, that kind of sucks is, like, I was hoping for, like, a slew of new vehicles, right? Aside from what they just mentioned for the returning players, I was hoping that they would surprise us with, like, a whole bunch of new stuff. Right now, no. Yeah, no. I think what would make the harassment even better, put the railgun online. That would be so much better. Put the railgun online. It would be overpowered and overused. I don't care if I have to pay $300,000 for that fucking gun. Make it happen. I want the railgun online. Is that too much to ask? Hell, even if I gotta get gold on every fucking shooting range challenge, I will so do that just for that gun, right? Like, I will definitely go for it if I have to. I don't care. Oh yeah, now I remember what I did. I did put him on the train. Okay, see, I couldn't remember at the time. Okay. Now I remember what I did. Instead of picking up the enemy car, I this time picked up the friendly car. You know, the player-controlled vehicle this time. And I think I did put him on the train this time, so... And you know, I could only imagine how pissed this guy was, too. I mean, he was probably just thinking to himself, damn, what the fuck? It's fine to have to, like, this false hope of, like, oh, they're gonna deliver the documents so much quicker. Nope. Okay, we're going in the wrong direction, so that's obviously not happening. But it's still fun to see people, like, expect it, though, right? Like, oh my god! Right, so really, you know, it's kind of hard for me to keep doing these videos, because really there's nothing new to work with. It's the same exact methods, only in next gen, with somewhat better physics. You know, like, what the hell? There's really nothing new to work with. And you can't just say, oh, just get in your car and just drive around. No, that's boring as fuck. I don't want to drive around in circles for fucking ever. Because at least that way the fucking another person can easily, like, run into me and slow me down. That's boring. If I'm in the air, what the hell are you gonna do? Crash into me? I don't think so. So yeah, I did put him on the train this time. Okay. And that's actually the interior of a cargo bob, too, in case you didn't see it last time or whatever. The radar doesn't really seem to do anything. I mean, yeah, it points out dots, big fucking whoop, but does it really point out any actual sources of anything? No. Because if you pay attention, those dots keep pointing out the same exact spots, no matter pretty much where you go. So the radar isn't like a live radar. It's not actively pointing out real targets for you. It's just pointing out fake targets, I guess. So don't get confused when you see a radar and you're like, oh my god, it's pointing out... No, it's not pointing out anything. If it was pointing out Drummer and Steez, what it would do is it would point a dot on me. Yeah, it would point a dot on the map somewhere, but it would be in one spot. There'd be two dots in one location over and over and over. But that's not what it's doing. It's tracking, like, a fake object or something. I don't know. So the radar doesn't really do anything. So don't get, you know, confused. I think the, there's something else that has a radar, too. I fucking forget what it is. Right, there's another air vehicle you can get that has one, too, but I don't remember what it was. As far as the other gauges go, I'm not a real aircraft, you know, person, so I don't really know what each gauge does. I assume the one with the blue and the red, I assume that just means, or just shows you whether your aircraft is, like, level or not. You know, for the other stuff, I'm sure speed is in there somewhere. Like, I think it's based on knots or something. Maybe that's boats. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in aviation, so I have no fucking idea what stands for what. But it's still cool to see how they put all this time into the gauges. You know, just it's all the little details that really make a difference. You know, so I'm glad Rockstar took the time to at least do that. Though, of course, adding, you know, new vehicles, guns, you know, that's nice and all, but shit, you know, really what we need is gameplay, right? You know, it don't have to be the bank robberies, shit, you know what, I'm not even expecting it anymore, you know, until they fucking actually release it, then I'll be excited, but until then, I'm not worried about it. And you know, to be honest, what happened was, fuck, you know, the heist came out, or, I'm sorry, let me correct that, they advertised heist, people are like, yay, right? After a couple months, you know, I can understand, oh, you know, we're working out some issues and kinks, you know, glitches, okay, sure, I understand that. It happens, no fucking game is perfect on release, and it's too bad, but you know what, it is what it is. So I thought, oh, you know, a couple months later, like, fuck, around February, okay, what's really going on, right? Like, okay, you guys are taking way too long, what's the problem? Oh, we wanted to make sure that it's perfect, okay, I understand, but, fuck, like, a time frame would be nice. Yeah, in May, or, what'd they say, June or May or some shit? And then that time rolls out. Where are they? People are like, where are they? A YouTuber said they'd be out by this month. Where? Right? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? After a fucking certain amount of time, I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even gonna worry about them anymore. It's better on my sanity because I don't have to worry about the bank robberies anymore. So until they actually fucking plan an actual release date, I'm not even worried about it. Okay, just tell me at the end of 2014 or 15. Don't tell me shit. Alright, give me a solid release date, and then we can come back and say, ooh, yay! Anyway, fuck. Yeah, so the trick is to drop them in the car. I guess in the train bed, I don't know what you would call it. But it's kind of hard to drop them in because you don't want to drop them in the wrong angle, because then they won't go in the train, they'll fall out. And so the way I did it last time, I got lucky, because the car just happened to be facing in the direction of my helicopter, right? You know where the front is, right? Or the cockpit, right? So it's turning a little bit more, nope. So see, that's what I was talking about. Oh, that's why I try not to do that. My fault for hitting a couple things too on the way over, so that's why it's smoking. So I thought, okay, let me try to pick him up again, you know? And one thing I don't like about the cargo bomb is sometimes that hook is really finicky about, like, where you have to pick shit up at. Sometimes it's the front of the car, sometimes it's the top of the car, sometimes it's the back of the car, sometimes it's the fucking spoiler. It doesn't make sense. And it's really confusing because sometimes it's like, some cars is like the fire truck, you can pick that up, but you gotta pick it up right on the hose. It's like, what? And even then you have to get that shit in like perfectly too for it to work. And you would think, oh, just pick it up wherever on the car and it'll, you know, automatically hook to the middle and then you handle it from there. I remember what I was trying to do now. My helicopter was gonna fucking crash, so I said, okay, let me try to parachute on the train. Spoiler alert, I fucked it up. I'll explain why in a second. But that was the idea, so really, you know, the key was to just stay on the train, alright? I pulled the parachute way too fucking late, and then, whoop. And because some dumbass already lost their life already, I'm stuck in spectator mode, so I'm not gonna make you guys watch the next 5 minutes. Right, so I sped it up. And where is it? There we go. So now that we sped it up, you know, we're just watching them do whatever they want to fucking do. And like I said, this whole spectating thing went on for like a good 5 minutes. It's ridiculous. I didn't say anything, but because I know Drummer was spectating, I think in the last video she was kind of out for a while, so man, I couldn't really say anything. Otherwise, she'd be like, well, I waited this long. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, don't hurt me. So that's just them, they're just fucking around doing whatever, just kind of looking around. We just mess with the camera angles, filters, and all that good stuff. This other guy apparently just does not give a shit. He's like, you know what, fuck this mission, I don't want to bother anymore, I'm just kick back. And in fact, I really wonder what he was thinking too, like, oh man, I wonder if he was really thinking to himself, yeah, I'm just gonna kick back, or I wonder if these guys could actually deliver the damn thing, right? It really makes you wonder sometimes what goes on in these other people's heads, like, when we do this shit, it's funny. Like I said, it's all in good fun. I still hate the mission. I refuse to play it for the fun of it or to make money out of it. Yeah, we were just messing with filters here. Anyway, that's it for today. So, if you want to see more of these, by all means, please ask. subscribe, comment, you know, let me know. Right? That's feedback. It does help. I don't know if people know that, but it actually does. That's it. So again, if you want to see more, let me know. Subscribe. Anyway, until then, later.